And there we are. What's up, kids? Happy Thursday to you. Welcome to the Morning Coffee Fam. Wanted to check in with you guys and do a quick coffee cheers before the day gets away from us. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Big fat coffee cheers all around the world, man. Hope you're having a good week. I'm doing all right. Got a lot of things on my mind. Currently kind of thinking about whether or not I want to make changes in like the place that I live, whether that means a different house, a different area, or a different state, or a different country. Trying to decide on with places to live, like you guys know, California's pretty crazy right now. High taxes, et cetera, overpopulation, coronavirus is exploding all over the place. But I love it. I mean, I'm sitting here in January 14th and sun's coming up. It's supposed to be 83 degrees today and it'll be beautiful. I'll be outside with my shirt off, having a cup of coffee out on the patio with a cowboy hat on. It feels pretty good. It feels pretty good. Plus, when I think about moving back to Oklahoma, I have to remember when I lived in Oklahoma, I was allergic to Oklahoma. I was sick every day of my youth. Like there was one year I couldn't even go out. I couldn't go to the park because there were too many trees. So it's like this, where do I fit in? I'm not sure. Probably will end up staying where I am, but I always go through this around the time my lease is up. Also looking at cars. I've had my car for 12 years, I realized. No, maybe more like 10 years. No, more like 11, maybe 11. Yeah, 11 and a half years. And it's time to get a new one because now at this point I bought it used. It's about 14 years old and it's just time. So I've been looking at new cars. Do I want a sensible sedan? Do I want a 2-seater convertible? What was that thing I was looking at? A Mazda MX-5 Miata Club, I think was pretty cool. Or should I just get a Prius and not worry about it? Maybe a 57 Chevy and drive that around? I don't know. Trying to make some changes and decisions. It's exciting, but it also drives you nuts, as you probably know. But this morning I got up, got high, one hit off a pipe, made coffee, put on a David Goggins motivational video, and did my off-day 10-minute workout, planks, push-ups, yoga poses, static holds, body weight squats. And then I checked some campaigns, unpaused a few things. They're running really good today for some reason, thank you God. I love it when things work out. And then I got a phone call from one of my best friends and just the most lovely girl I ever met named, well, I won't tell you her name for privacy, but she FaceTimed me out of the blue and I picked it up and we both we've known each other our whole lives. And, when you can't see somebody in person, FaceTime works pretty well. We talked for probably a half an hour, for everything from happy thoughts to sad thoughts to deepest fears and all these things. And then the phone call ended with both of us kind of snort laughing and choking and just laughing our heads off, and then you just press disconnect, because those are the phone calls I love. When it ends, when it's like a great conversation and then the phone call ends and you're both just dying laughing and you just hang the phone up while you're laughing, those are the best. That's how you know. I like talking to happy people. And people who can find a way to still smile even in harsh situations, as we talked about yesterday. Remaining in a beautiful state in the midst of chaos is a superpower, and she has it. I struggle with it. I do my best. I come on here. I present myself in a pretty positive way here for you guys. And it's not the state that I'm always in. There's some nights I'm walking around my house going, I don't know what... everything's crashing down. It's not. I wake up the next morning and I look back and I go, what was I so worried about again? Absolutely nothing. And that's it. Coffee cheers to that. What do you have to worry about? Absolutely nothing. Because worry doesn't help. I was reading a small blog post just a few days ago. And it was talking about how worry is probably the biggest waste of time there is. Worry doesn't help anything. Worry is like a stepbrother of fear. And when you sit around and worry about something, it doesn't help in any way, shape, or form. Worrying doesn't help. because you're worrying about things that haven't happened yet, and who knows what happens if they happen. You never know. Worry is a big time waster, and I've wasted, so many nights on that. Going back to my childhood, especially when I was broke, living in Dallas, sleeping on couches and in cars, in jam rooms, sleeping beside a drum set on the floor. I remember before my eyes would close at night in those years, the thought that would hit my head is, what is going to happen to me? That was the recurring thought. What's going to happen to me? I didn't know. I was 21, 22, nothing was happening. What's going to happen to me? And you know what's funny? That's kind of an interesting look at a negative way to look at that situation. And that shows how untrained my mind was at that time. I was saying, what in the hell is going to happen to me? What is going to happen to me? Basically saying life was going to happen to me, right? What I should have been asking is, what am I going to do? What am I going to do, right? That's a totally different question to ask yourself. What is going to happen to me puts you in a victim role, and life is going to happen to you. What am I going to do with my life puts you in the driver's seat and you're in control. That's the question. If you are worried, as I was, I really didn't see any path to a future that was anything other than horrific. And I would lay in bed at night thinking, what's going to happen to me? But you can flip that on its head and go, what am I going to do with my life? That puts you in the driver's seat. I like that. It's funny, I come on here and I just start talking. And sometimes older thoughts come into the conversation. That's one that's been rolling around my head for a while. Might need to write a blog post about it, make a video about it, whatever. And screw all that. Let's get out of the life stuff and just talk about what's happening. This is a pretty cool little, I don't know if you guys realized it, but yesterday I did a morning coffee family video, a YouTube video, a blog post, and a Facebook video. All off of this, all on the phone with absolutely no problems. I've been trying to think of a way to simplify YouTube so that I could start doing it again. I like doing it. But the problem is with YouTube, like when I decided yesterday I was going to put this video on YouTube, I thought, well, I've got to get a circle light. You know, I've got to find it. I got to get a desk. I'm going to need some intro music and a logo and an outro. But no. I'm already doing the morning coffee fam. I wonder if I can just upload that. And it worked like a charm. It goes back to, okay, I'm not a big fan of Gary Vee. You guys might be. I like him. I like that he motivates people and that he puts out a lot of content and that he's an entertaining guy. But his voice is high pitched and he talks really fast. And sometimes that gets on my nerves. But every once in a while, he says great stuff. And probably the most impacting thing I ever heard him say for me was, document, don't create. Document, don't create, which to me meant, because at the time, when you start doing YouTube, you start mapping out the show. Like, what am I going to talk about? Here's the stories I'm going to talk about. Here's my bullet points. And I would have notes, and you could tell. Those were the days I was going, hello and welcome. This is Malan from malandarras.com. All of that. And I was creating a show, trying to create content. What his words said to me was, just document what you're doing with people, with the camera, and that's your content. Don't create anything. I thought, well, I'm already doing this. I wonder if I could upload this to YouTube and then get that, then you can post it live to share it to Facebook, and problem solved. So we're back. I don't know how long it'll last. One of the funny things on YouTube is someone, and God bless you, you're right, he said it's great that he's back, ... for now. And yes, I do tend to disappear from time to time. 2020, I almost took the whole year off from YouTube, as you know. And it's because, like we talked about yesterday, I believe social media and having a YouTube channel is a toxic thing. And if you do it too much, it makes you sick. And you've seen major creators go nuts, lose their minds, have all kind of mental health problems because of the pressure. They come out later and say, yeah, I was gonna jump off a building because I had to make content every day. The pressure became too much, and so I just quit, checked myself into a mental institution. It happens. It happens a lot. So the pressure sometimes can build up on you. So I've taken away all the pressure. Morning Coffee Fam is very laid back. We talk about whatever we want. Could be affiliate marketing, could be music, could be depression, could be making fun of the news, could be making fun of politics, whatever. But it's a casual thing. And for me, that's the way it's got to be. You don't want me showing up with a whiteboard behind me going, I've got 5 reasons why you can do whatever. Number 1, you've got to drink water, You don't want me doing that. I don't want to do that. I barely even want to do this. When I see my YouTube channel and Instagram profile, sometimes I go, why do I do this? Why do I do that? But I do it for the connection. You guys tune in, you guys comment, and like I said yesterday, I get emails from all over the world. People saying, hey, you don't know it, but you said X, Y, and Z, and I went off and did A, B, and C, and now I'm traveling the world, and everything's going well. So I can't worry about anything. I'll just make the videos, upload the videos, and the videos are their own thing. And it's a good time. I have a good time. You guys have a good time. Maybe we both learned something. It's all good. But that's what's on my mind today, trying to make some life decisions. I'll probably end up staying about the same as I am now. But like I said, this time of year is kind of stressful. But it does feel like there's hope for 2021 to be a decent year. Hopefully it's not going to be as bad as 2020. My prayer is that all of us will keep our heads together through this last bit of lockdown. Hopefully it's the last bit. We'll keep our heads up. We'll make smart decisions. Try not to get the coronavirus. Treat each other a little better. Kind of get over the whole 2 sides going against each other. That's never going to help. Anger doesn't help at all. In fact, I would say if you're trying to bring someone into your cause and the energy that you're using is anger, you're actually defeating your cause, and you should eliminate yourself as a representative of that cause, because anger doesn't attract, it pushes people away. So if you're trying to get me to join your church and you're screaming at me and angry and pissed off at everybody, I don't want to join your church at all. You're going to push me away from religion completely. I listen to people who are intelligent, balanced, not hysterical, and not angry, and who are willing to criticize themselves, admit that they don't know everything, as I don't, none of us do, and they're willing to critique their own side of whatever the argument is. Those are the people I listen to, and I just basically try to tune everybody else out. Speaking of tuning out, it's time to go. I feel like Mr. Rogers. You like that segue? Speaking of tuning out, I think it's time to go. I'm working on some music, and I'm dying to get back up and play it again. Thinking of doing a bare bones acoustic record. Hear myself, do it all myself, and just do it like Hank Williams did it back in the day, or like Robert Johnson, or like one of these blues guys. They would just go on their porch with a microphone and record everything they had, or in a hotel room. Just singing and playing live. I feel like that'd be a great way to get a lot of these dozens of songs off my chest to make way for what I want to do next. I have probably 25 songs, and to produce them all out would take a lot of time, and I don't even know if that's what I want to do. I kind of like, if you know who Nick Drake is, he put out 2 albums. The first 2 had violins, drums, guitars, trumpets, saxophones. And after 2 failed records, he demanded that on his 3rd album, Pink Moon, it was just going to be him and a guitar and screw everything else. And in my opinion, it's the best album. So, and I've been listening to a lot of old music, and it's a guy with a guitar, and he's singing, and that's it. It's simple, and I could machine gun songs out. 3 albums in a month if I got moving. 3 albums in 3 months, in a year, something like that. Just get them off the plate. And then get on to the new stuff. All right, segue. Now it's time to get on to the new stuff in my day. Whatever. So next I'm going to shotgun blast this to YouTube. It'll be available on Facebook. There'll be a link on Twitter, and it'll be in my IG, TV, whatever that's called. So wherever you are, I've found you, and you've found me. So thanks for the connection. Thanks for being here this morning, and I'll probably see you very soon. I will see you in the future. Later, guys.